All right, cool. Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to bring you here today for the NUC Campus Consultancy fundraising launch event. So, as many of you may have heard, whether you've been in workshops with me, you're on the email list, you've heard from Stephanie, you got a LinkedIn DM, or in any other way, at Campus Consultancy this year, we have come together to say we are aiming to raise $122,000 to support the amazing charity We Are Mobilise. To represent that 122,000 number is the number of people in Australia who experience homelessness at any given time. Why are we doing this, and why are we doing this particularly with university students and a lot of young people? 40% of the people who experience homelessness in Australia are young people under 24 years old. And some of the myths and misconceptions around homelessness is that it's an older man with a beard under a bridge drinking out of a brown paper bag. If you've listened to our podcast, my interview with Noah Yang, the CEO of We Are Mobilise, those were some of the examples that he used. We know in Australia, 94% of people experiencing homelessness are hidden. It's couch surfing, it's sleeping in the back of the car. And some of the fastest growing demographics in that space are women, girls, and young people. So it's a lot of myths and a lot of misconceptions. The hope side of it is there are incredible organizations out there doing amazing work. So the reason we've jumped on board this big fundraiser with We Are Mobilise and their big campaign, NUC, which is Nedd's Uncomfortable Challenge, is to get university students all across Australia from the 19th to the 28th of October to do something that takes them out of their comfort zone, commit to something, and in doing so, share it, post about it, tell their friends, and raise money for this amazing cause. Today, I've got you for half an hour. I only want to talk at you for about 5 or 6 more minutes, give you a bit of an overview, and then we want to do questions, Q&A. So come to us with any questions at all. Before I do any of that, I'd love to introduce you to some really special people. So we've got Steph here, who many of you may have met or is in the chat. Steph is also my wife. I'm as surprised as many of you may be. I am absolutely thrilled to have Steph as my wife and business partner. So if you're getting emails and LinkedIn messages, a lot of that is coming from Steph. We also have an amazing executive team behind the scenes who are helping bring this to life. So if you pop those cameras on, guys, I'll be able to give a couple of shout outs here. And maybe Steph, you even want to, if you want to unmute and do some shout outs of who's in the room with us today and who's helping make this possible.
Amazing. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you all here. So, a quick shout out to Jordan Sterling, who's here today. So, he is our Chief Fundraising Officer. So, he is going to be behind the scenes helping our campus fundraising leaders who are spreading the word across campus, along with just everybody who's here and who wants to get involved fundraising. So, he will kind of be a go to person helping you along the journey. We also have Akshad. Is Akshad here? There he is. Hello. Akshad is managing our community, so he's in part of the team bringing the community to life. So that's our WhatsApp community, and he's also going to schedule some meetups for you guys just to make sure you're connected, you're supported, you've got everything you need, and we're all doing this together. So it's nice to bring so many students across Australia, across Victoria, across New South Wales all together, and yeah, work on something. So you'll be able to meet lots of amazing students along the way. And then we've got Vidya. I don't know if Vidya's here today, but she's going to be in charge of our branding and marketing and content. So we'll be seeing some cool things from her as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Steffi. Cool. So we've got some amazing people involved. The first sort of action today I've dropped in the chat is the WhatsApp. So you might see that link to the WhatsApp. If you're on screen right now, can you give me a thumbs up if you're in the WhatsApp community already? And give me a thumbs down if you're not yet in the community. Some thumbs up if you are, some thumbs down if you're not. Okay, cool. So if you are in the community, we love that. That's where we're all going to be posting and sharing. Keeping in mind that the big part of the fundraiser, the actual doing bit, which we'll talk about in a second, isn't until October. We're way ahead here. That's intentional, but we're bringing together amazing people. So we want this to be a space that I jokingly say, if you go to the bathroom or you're sitting on the tram or the train and you think about pulling out your phone to kill 5 minutes, what I'd love is that WhatsApp group to be a place you go. That's a place where people are doing cool stuff, are fundraising for this challenge. And if you've got 5 minutes on the tram or the train or the bus to jump in there once a day or a couple times a week, that'll help really bring it to life. When we're doing the challenge in October, we'll talk about that in a second, that'll be something that we're in every day, multiple times a day. Cool. So really cool group of people coming in. So a bit of an overview. So what is the NUC challenge? So Nedd's Uncomfortable Challenge comes from the amazing Nedd Brockman, which some of you may or may not have heard of before. So I'll just share his little profile very quickly. Nedd Brockman is the 2026 Young Australian of the Year. If you're not familiar with his work and you do have Netflix, I highly recommend watching the movie Run. So, Netflix documentary about him running across Australia, which is pretty amazing. A lot of swearing in there, but go with that. So, watch it with headphones on. And all the while, when he ran across Australia, he was raising money for We Are Mobilise. The CEO of We Are Mobilise, Noah Yang, was also on my podcast, Better Student Leaders, and this earlier in the year. And it's what really inspired us to get involved in this space. You see Noah quite a bit in the documentary, and he really speaks to the idea of homelessness is a solvable problem. That is a core belief of We Are Mobilise. That, from not speaking on their behalf, but from the outside, my understanding and speaking to him, is that homelessness is solvable. They have tools and technologies that can help organizations on the ground lift people out of homelessness successfully and break the cycle. So Nedd ran across the country. On the back of Nedd running across the country, he got on board with We Are Mobilised and launched a challenge every year called Nedd's Uncomfortable Challenge, where people get out in the community, schools, workplaces, gyms, etc., and do something that makes them uncomfortable. Do 10,000 steps every day, go screen free, try to get 8 hours sleep, not eat any sugar, something like that that people can post and share about. And so what you'll see is this year so far, it's still 82 days away. The fundraiser this year has raised just over $73,000. What we're really proud of is the campus consultancy team, which already has many of you amazing people on it and people all over the country, has raised more than 20,000 of the $70,000 that's been raised, which is really, really cool. So a huge round of applause for everyone who's signed up, who's had donations. Some of those donations have come from our summits, which we'll speak a little bit about later, but it's not the core press point of today. And what's really, really cool about this and everyone getting involved is that every single dollar goes directly through to We Are Mobilised, and then that's distributed out to their partners. And so some of those donations have come through from small amounts to really, really big amounts. We've had donations that have come through for $30, $22, $20, $18, $12. We've had donations down to $5 that are anonymous. Every single dollar counts, all the way up to organizations chipping in multiple thousands of dollars, which is pretty incredible. So I want to show you a real example of one of our fundraisers today, and then we'll throw over to questions. And I really want to make sure this is something that you understand, you can talk about, you're excited to be a part of. The big thing I want you to get out of it today, if you're listening right now, is I want this to be something at the end of the year that when we pass that goal of 122,000, you are cheering and celebrating because you know you contributed to it. If you come to a Zoom call today, that's the first step. If you sign up a profile, that's maybe the second step. I'm going to talk to you about how we're going to support you to then turn that into fundraising. But the second that first dollar is donated, and that could be you, you might just jump on and give yourself the first $5, or ask, we'll talk about who to ask in a second. As soon as you contribute $1 to this cause, you've helped make this goal real. And so today we are giving you a winner to quote unquote bet on, to say, this is something that if you sign up, you get involved, you give this your all, this is something that when we succeed, when we achieve it, you're going to be cheering with us, celebrating. And instantly, you sign on right now, you get involved today, this week, you say, I'm in a fundraiser. We've already raised over $20,000 for homelessness, which is pretty incredible. So let me show you a real example. So I'm not sure if Zara's on the call with us today. Steffi, maybe if Zara is, point her out to me, but I'm not sure if I can see her there. So we've got the amazing Zara on the page, one of the fundraisers, one of the students who already got involved. And Zara took it upon herself. Just trying to find Zara's profile here. Where is Zara? There she is. There's Zara on the page where I'm sharing screen. So Zara's jumped on board. This is Zara's profile. Her challenge when she signed up, you do two things. So first, you pick your own personal goal, contributes to the team. So Zara said $1,500. And Zara, you pick a challenge. Zara's challenge was walk 10K every day. This is in October. That's what she's like committing to doing. Zara went out and started sharing that around. And what you'll notice is friends, family members jumped on board. Someone anonymous donated $9. Someone jumped in with $5. Someone jumped in with $43. And those now 13 donations have added up to over $200 raised. Now, just a number to keep in mind, every $36 raised is enough for We Are Mobilising the charity partners to provide someone with one night of housing who otherwise would not have it. So 207 divided by 36 is about 6 nights. Is that right? About 6 nights of housing, almost an entire week of housing. What's really exciting with Mobilise is when that gets up to about the month length, the way that they help people escape homelessness, get out of homelessness, is by breaking the cycle, actually putting them in long-term housing with bond, with bills paid, and they've seen about an 82% success rate of actually breaking the cycle. So it's not just one meal or one night and then the next night they'll need another. It's actually breaking the cycle, which is super inspiring. So here's Zara. She's posted and shared, and you might say, well, how did she do it? Zara did a couple of things. She put it in a headline on LinkedIn straight away. So it's a nice professional win. She posted about it and shared about it online. People jumped in and contributed. And through this, conversations, etc., people have now donated, which is super exciting. So a couple of other examples. We've got Jordan on the line today. We've got Jordan Sterling here, who's with us. Really exciting. I'll show you his page. Jordan's jumped on, put this beautiful little banner up ahead of his profile, which Steffi has a link to for today, put it in his headline, posted about it, shared about it. And by doing that, people have jumped in and donated, which is really cool. So you might be asking for yourself today, not sure what I just clicked on there. I think I just went back to the homepage. You might be asking today, why is this something that I should do? What's in it for me? So the thing that we want to make really important is the purpose and the vision is really clear. Raise $122,000, support people who are experiencing homelessness, break the cycle. But there are also some things that are in it for you. So first and foremost, you get to make a real impact. You get to do something this year that you says actually makes a meaningful impact in the world. Second thing you get to do a challenge, something that challenges yourself. Could be physically, mentally, could be apply for a job every day, just something that gets you out of your comfort zone. The third is building practical skills. So we know that employers are looking for communication, leadership, teamwork skills, and it's a real practical chance to do that, not just for the 10 days, but as part of this team, telling your friends, getting friends to sign up. If you're a member of a leadership group or a club or society or a mentoring program, telling them about this, answering their questions, it's developing all of those skills. Number four, joining a student community. So a chance to connect with other students from all across the country. And we're also going to be supporting you all along the way. So Steph has been busily working in the background on a Google Drive with templates, with sample emails, with DMs, with banners, images, all sorts of cool creative. So if you start sharing and posting on social media, you're ready to rock and roll. And the final thing is you get to do it your own way. Zara's doing 10,000 steps every day. Steph's not eating any sugar for 10 days. Some students are applying for jobs. So there's lots of different ways that you can do it. But with all that said, that's the vision. So if you're already signed up today, after today, the first thing that you're going to hear about on Thursday, we're doing our first team huddle. So basically every 2 weeks, we're going to bring you together for 30 minutes on a Thursday, bring you into a virtual, what we call a team huddle, like a little team meeting, and we're going to do a learn and do. We're going to learn a skill of fundraising and get you to do it in lifetime with us. So we're all going to do it together. We Are Mobilized ran this last year with a sample group, and fundraisers raised 11 times more money when they, one, did it together, and two, on a fortnightly basis, learned something and did something. So how do you make your first post? How do you send a text message to friends? How do you ask a lecturer to talk about it in class? We're going to actually show you how to do that, and we're going to do it on the call. We've also got Akshat online, who's going to be organizing our approximately weekly social hangout. So there'll be a chance for you to jump online, chat to people, and connect as well. So if you get anything from that first 15 minutes, so we can do some Q&A, we're excited to have you on board. It's already rocking and rolling. We're already over $20,000. We're also the #1 team in the country, which is super, super cool. And we want to keep that lead. We want to stay right out ahead, which is amazing. Number three, that this is something that doesn't just benefit you personally as an individual, but hopefully should help in your career and help in the community. And number four is you're not doing this alone. We're going to show you exactly what to do step by step as we go. And we're doing this on the back end completely pro bono on our end. So it's not like we have a contract with We Are Mobilize or Nedd's Uncomfortable Challenge. We're doing this as well as participants, and we're all doing it pro bono because we believe in it so much. And what the return on investment on that is for us, honestly, is the relationships we get to form with all of you, amazing people, and see you succeed as well. So with that said, that's the vision. We hope that you're kind of excited by that. You see the value in that. Hopefully don't get to this point and go, I don't want to do this anymore. Hopefully you get here and you go, yeah, this is cool. I'm excited by this. We've got 15 minutes left. I want to hear your question. Anything at all you're wondering about, curious about. What do you want to know? What's the question that's on your mind? Per se, what's stopping this being a top priority for you? Where does the money go? How's it spent? How does someone fundraise? Anything at all? Any questions? Yes, go for it. Okay.
Hi, thank you, Josh. Thank for your fantastic presentation. I have a question for the information transparency and information discourse, like just a little risk management. like because it's not about controversy or marketing promoting stuff because the donator who give the money, they may
Yes.
concern about where this money go, and then
Yes.
what's the real let's say positive social impact. And yeah,
Got
that's
you. Got you.
a legal risk. I would say a legal risk.
Cool.
Even
So, yeah,
before I
I've got you,
doing
mate. I've got you. Let
yeah.
me answer your question. So, on legal risk disclosure, where's the money go? So, let me show you. So, if anyone donates to the cause, so let's imagine you jump on board and you go to Jordan's page. So, when you donate, you jump straight in the page. You're asking friends, family members to jump in. So, say if I was to donate $50, I click on $50 or I enter, $33 in here. I click donate now. And then all I enter is first name, last name, email address, hit next, payment information, hit submit. That's it. So from the individual, it doesn't come through you. It doesn't come through us at campus. It goes straight to We Are Mobilise. So when someone donates, they are
Oh,
agreeing to
okay.
the terms and services and everything directly through We Are Mobilise. So that doesn't go through you. It doesn't go through us. That's number one. Secondly, if
Okay.
you're curious where the money goes, look at the impact page of Nedd's Uncomfortable Challenge, and I'll link that in the chat. So this is something that I'm very particular about as well, and I love this question. If you read a little bit about where it goes and the different organizations they support, what makes We Are Mobilized unique is they distribute the money out to local organizations who are supporting people experiencing homelessness. And if you check out the impact page on Ned's Uncomfortable Challenge, or if you go through to the We Are Mobilized website, which we can share as well.
Okay,
They
so
share
they are
so sorry, just let me round out the point.
go ahead. No.
They share exactly where the money goes, how it's distributed. Now, of course, you don't have to the degree of, hey, where did my $6 donation go? Like who is the human? Because they can't share that private information. But their annual reports share exactly the sort of work they do and that they support. So I hope that answers your question.
Yep, thank you. Because
Awesome. You're welcome.
yeah, it's a totally reasonable concern for like risk assessments and the legal,
Yeah.
like we need to make sure that's the clear accountability and responsibility
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
everybody would like to support
Yep.
something good.
We
Do not
yes,
want to get in trouble, right? I
totally.
even
Great. Yeah. So I'll round out the question there, but 100%. So I would send anyone who's concerned to the website. And remember, this isn't your full-time job. If you're asking someone for a $10 donation and they're calling you in the middle of the night asking you about paragraph 7 in an annual report, that might be their journey to go on. But I would share with them what's public. We don't work for the organization. We say we believe in the organization. Here's the organization. Have a read, and we can speak to it. But the more research you do, the more websites, the more you read on the website, the more you'll feel comfortable with that. Great. Sanjani, do you have a second question?
Yeah, now just to follow up. So of course you will or you guys will be showing us how to put in a ad or post on social media with all
Yeah.
these links in so that when people are donating, they have this access and they can have access to all the information that they require. So
Yes.
our part would be just to put in post and assist with raising the donations and all the legality side of it, someone else is taking care of it.
Absolutely. So, as a fundraiser, so this is where I started my student leadership journey. I had 10 different student leadership roles when I was at university. And my very first one was being a fundraiser for a cause. So, I did exactly what we're asking everyone else to do. You sign up, they make a profile, you put a nice little profile photo up there, and then you get a page that looks, just like my one. So, my one is to run 122 kilometers for the 122,000 people. You get a nice little page like this. We're going to show you exactly how to do this. But if this was me, if I wanted to get a donation today, I might screenshot that or some version of that. I might jump onto LinkedIn and drag and drop that in there. There's my little photo, say, for example. Sorry, that hasn't saved, but hopefully you get my point. Let's jump out of that. I might upload this and say, look, hey guys, I'm doing this little fundraiser. Little fundraiser, that's the understatement of the year. I'm doing this fundraiser. And I might say something like, Are you thinking about an amazing cause to support this year? In 2026, I'm supporting We Are Mobilize and aiming to raise $122,000 along with students all across Australia. If you'd like to donate to my page, please click the link below. Every dollar counts from $5 up to $5,000. Something like that. And then I might hit post. And then what we'll see, and we'll show you how to do this week by week, is that's one way you fundraise. You just tell the world you're doing it. And the cool thing about these style of posts is this just lets people know you're into it. So a real example of this, if we go to Stephanie's page, Stephanie had a family member jump on and donate $1,000 to her page. And Steph essentially went out and said, hey guys, here's my post. Here's a little selfie of me. This is what I'm doing. I'm fundraising. So that's wonderful. Steph with the fundraiser in the background. She wrote about, this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. If you want to donate, comment yes below. A family member sees that. They reach out. They go, hey, what's your donation link? They jump in and they make a donation. So that's just one format. You could put up a poster on campus. You could run a birthday party and ask for a donation as a gift for it, right? Does anyone have a birthday coming up before October? Any birthdays coming up before October? Okay, small sample size. Okay, that's fine. But like someone might, there we go. Tanvir does. Oh, it's Tanvir's birthday tomorrow, So there we go. So happy birthday for Tanvir tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I was actually listening and while doing a bit of chores for my birthday.
Oh, I love that. You're in like a party store right now. That's so fun. So there's lots of different ways. You could text friends. And honestly, it's something to talk about with friends. You're out on a first date. You're in a job interview. You're sitting in class. So we'll show you there's so many ways to do it. That's why we're going to do these fortnightly, what we're calling huddles. So we come together and it's learn and do. You learn a thing, you do it. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. But what's really cool is the Philanthropy Australia put out this big report recently. The 2 reasons young people don't donate to charity. Have a guess what they are in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Top 2 reasons. Give me one reason you think young people don't necessarily donate to charity. So think of your best friend right now, and if they weren't going to donate to you, what do you think the reason would be? Let me know in the chat. Great. The most common reason people think is that it's being broke, from Jamie. Most common reason people think, oh, it's because young people don't have money. What the report found, Philanthropy Australia, found 80% of young people said they wanted to give, even though they didn't have that much. They're willing to give the price of a coffee. So it wasn't actually that they didn't have the money. The top 2 fears, one talking to someone, was they didn't think small amounts of money made a difference. And number 2, they didn't trust where it went. So we have in 10 years, this is the first time we've ever done a public fundraiser and put our brand and our name and our work and everything we do. We message every one of our clients. We're posting about it constantly. We have thrown our support behind We Are Mobilize because we're such big fans of what they do and we see the real impact of it living in Victoria now. So we trust this cause so much. And secondly, we know that the small donations make a massive difference. As you saw with Zara's page, $200 raised, some of them were $5, $6, etc. So what we want to do with our friends and family is we want to tell them about why the cause matters. 122,000 experiencing homelessness, only 6% is visible. We want to talk to them about the program. We Are Mobilized supports 50 organizations on the ground. You donate, the money goes straight to the people who need it. And then third, we want to show them that everything matters. Your housemate's $5, mum's $50, the super rich auntie that you have who's a bit of a baller and sold her tech company last week, her $500, like it all counts. But collectively, when there's 1,000 of us doing it, you're going to start to see it go up and up and up. Yeah, cool. Other questions? We've got 5 minutes to go. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Yes, James.
Hey, I was just wondering, how often should we be posting, like especially in the actual period for when the 10 days is? Yeah.
Cool. Great. So if you're going to go with that, like posting on social media thing, the way I'm thinking about it is I kind of want to like post something out about once a week. Now I'm on LinkedIn, but you might be on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I'm kind of posting once a week at the moment, just sort of telling people, hey, this is the update, this is what we're doing, all that kind of stuff. So we'll take a big group photo today. That might be my post this week. And I'll share that group photo with you. So that's sort of once a week. During the challenge, personally, I'm probably going to bump it up to like once a day. I'm just going to make it a real thing for 10 days. That's not necessarily the standard. Like you don't want to necessarily make this your entire identity for 10 days. You might not. But even just once or twice would make a really big difference. Hey guys, I'm launching on this. Hey, I'm 5 days in. This is where I'm at. hey, it's the last day, I'm nearly at my goal. You can do lots of different things, but I'd say there's no pressure. You do it your way. What we see here is that the more someone talks about something, the more likely it is someone on the other end is going to take action. So for Steph, for example, she'd posted about it a few times before a couple of family members jumped in and donated. And think about this in your life with your friends. If your friends post about something once, you're like, okay, they're kind of okay, they're into that. I didn't know you're sort of surprised, like, oh, I didn't know you were so into that. And then you see them post about it again, you're like, oh, okay, you're like really into this. And then they post about it a third time. And after the third time, you're like, okay, what's this thing? Tell me about it. And that's what we found is the more we talk about it, the more people turn around and go, wow, like this really matters to you, doesn't it? And we're like, it really does. And they're like, why? And that's the chance to go, here's why it matters. Here's my experience with it. Here's someone I've met. Here's what I've been reading. You might have picked up, a copy of The Big Issue from a vendor. The Big Issue Australia is coming to one of our events. You might read an article. You might speak to someone on campus. You might watch a YouTube video. And that's the point where we find that you can really connect with people. So, does that answer your question, James?
Yeah, that does. Thank you.
Cool, cool. And also, it is as much an art as it is a science. So, what we want to all do collectively, that's why we've got the WhatsApp chat, is so if you take a post and you put it out and you go, oh my gosh, this really worked, that's a place that it can be celebrated. One of the skills that we'll teach is the follow up and the DM. So, a couple of students made a post, 30 people liked it, no one donated. I'm like, amazing. Did you DM every person? They're like, well, no. I'm like, try it. So we grab this DM and you DM everyone. You go, hey, thanks for liking my post. Just wondering, like, have you considered donating? And sometimes people just need that little nudge. And they turn around and go, oh, yeah, actually, send me the link. You're like, okay. You'd be amazed. You make a post, you DM 20 people, that someone turns around. And it'll be the beautiful thing is, it's often someone you don't expect. It might be that person you're in a class with 2 semesters ago, and they turn around and give you a $50 donation. You're like, wow. What I've learned from there is it's not about us, it's about the cause. Something in their heart and the cause are connected. We're just the bridge between the two. So I see our role here is we're bridging this really big social cause with the beautiful people we all know. And if we can be the line between great people and a great cause, then that's a beautiful act of service. Cool. James, follow up.
Yeah, I just had a thought. I'm I'm in the Criminology Society for UNSW, and I was planning on like bringing this up to them. And you're talking about how you had like materials and like a Google Drive for like how to advertise and stuff like that. Where could I access that? Because I'm not too sure.
Absolutely. So Steph will share a link to that after today. I think you'll email it out. Is that right, Steffi? To the Google Drive? Yep. Yep. So Steph will post it and email it out. So the two things, because we're coming towards the end, the two big things you'll get after today, an email with Steffi from Steffi with a link to the Google Drive and a bunch of resources. We hope that we're going to like add to that as a community as we go. And second thing, you get an invite to our approximately fortnightly team huddles where we'll come together and do this. It's a good place to all be. So we'll send out an email, a link again to the WhatsApp group. So if you're not in the WhatsApp group as well, jump in and you can access that, which is super exciting. Seth will post that now. We'll jump in on the about fortnightly, weekly huddles. So we've got a chance to come together. And then on the other side, we're wide open for this. So our emails, Steph and I are in our emails. We're on our LinkedIn. So if you shoot us a message about this, we'll get back to you ASAP as soon as we possibly can. And if it's activating a society, a group, even just housemates, anything like that, by all means. And if you need something, James, you're like, oh, it'd be really cool if we had this. Let us know, and hopefully we can co-create it. And just firming up the last question in the chat is
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Jordan, you jump in.
Do we have a question? I just wanted to briefly mention something. Yeah, so I've reached out to everyone in the WhatsApp chat now as well. So I've sent out a direct message to you all. Yeah, just checking in to see how you're going with the challenge, whether you've signed up, whether you have any questions or concerns. So please, yeah, do join the community and I'll reach out and we can chat about how you're feeling about the challenge and anything you want to do in particular, or if you need any help, please just reach out. Yeah, super stoked to be working with you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. We really appreciate everything you're doing there. Cool. All right. So we've given you a lot of information today. Hopefully not too much, hopefully enough. The big take home message I want you to get out of this is like, if you are in this, if you are committed to this, you are getting involved with something that's making a massive difference and already is. That money that's donated goes straight to Mobilize. It is being distributed out into the community ASAP. So like that is very real. The second thing is this is only going to grow. We've got some big national summits that we're running to bring like mass fundraisers in and bring organizations together. 10 different homelessness organizations are coming along to our summits in Melbourne and Sydney. We're talking to the team today up on the Gold Coast about running a third one as well. So there's some big stuff kind of happening there. All the skills and resources that one might need to be a successful fundraiser, we're going to support you to develop over the next 12 or so weeks until October. And the only date that you really need to keep in mind, if you're available, we'd love to have you join us this week, if not for the next one. Thursday afternoon, we're getting together this week at 1:30 on Thursday. So we're going to share a link to that, 1:30 on Thursday this week. If you can be there, we'd love for you to be there. It'll be our first learn and do. So we'll do our very first, here is a way that you do fundraising. You have your profile set up, we will do it. And it'll be kind of incredible to watch over the next 24, 48 hours, some of those first donations come in. But if you're already signed up, amazing, you've done that. If you're not signed up yet, consider jumping on board, jump on the NUF team, sign up under Campus Consultancy. We'd love to have you. It's completely free to do, and absolutely everybody is welcome. If mum wants to jump on board, she's welcome. If your little sister wants to jump on board, she's welcome. So please welcome all and any. Outside of that, thank you so much for your time today. We're thrilled to have you, and we hope to see you on Thursday for our first little fortnightly catch up.
Thanks so much, team. See you soon. Thanks, Josh.
Awesome.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye.